Dipersilakan Saudari ALISYA binti Abdul Kadir daripada Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Putrajaya PRESINT 92 dengan tajuknya Factors of Cost of Living. Dipersilakan.
Good afternoon to all the honorable judges, the wise timekeeper, my fellow friends, and my well-respected audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and again, good afternoon. My name is ALISYA binti Abdul Kadir from SMK Putrajaya PRESINT 92. I am sure all of you are wondering, what am I doing standing here today? I stand here today to talk about the factors of rising cost of living. First of all, let's start with what is cost of living. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, cost of living means the level of prices relating to a range of everyday items. To explain further, cost of living refers to the amount of money used for basic expenses and to maintain a standard of living. Cost of living can vary significantly from one place to another according to the economy, inflation, taxation, and overall service of the area. It is an undeniable fact that the cost of living in Malaysia has increased at an alarmingly fast rate. For example, 50 ringgit can no longer get you the same things you used to buy 1 or 2 years ago. It is evident that when the cost of living rises, households will have to spend more money to maintain the same standard of living. Not only that, firms will also have to spend more money in order to maintain the same amount of production. One can postulate that one of the factors of rising cost of living is increased utility prices. For example, gas. Currently, the gas price is 2 ringgit and 5 cents for a liter of gas. My family usually fills up gas about 4 times a month, filling about 40 to 70 liters of gas. That is roughly around 328 to 574 ringgit a month. Another example is food prices. Fluctuations in food prices can be caused by supply chain disruptions, and also changes in global food demand. According to an article in freemalaysiatoday.com, Malaysia's inflation stood at 2.8% in May of 2023, with the consumer price index recorded at 130.2 points, compared with 126.6 points in May of 2022. However, Deputy Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Minister Fuziah Saleh said the government has implemented several initiatives. Let's take, for example, the Payung Rahmah initiative, which plays a crucial role in assisting those in need. This initiative was introduced by the ministry aimed at lowering the cost of living, and it is without a doubt that this initiative has proven successful in stabilizing inflation at a low level. Now, let's move on to another factor of rising cost of living. 2 words: education expenses. We can all agree on one thing: education is important. All parents want to be able to provide their children with an excellent education, may it be private school, public school, or tuition. However, education in Malaysia is expensive, regardless of your income. Education cost alone can go up to thousands of ringgit, but if you decide to study abroad for university, it can cost you more than 1 million ringgit due to high exchange rates and higher tuition rates for international students. This can cause hardships to those low-income families that desire to further their studies abroad. In my opinion, as a student, I feel as though the burden of cost of living not only affects my parents, but also affects myself. Allow me to tell you something about my family. I remember that my dad had to change jobs a few times due to his pay not being increased, despite him being overqualified for it. The reason for his action was because it was taking a toll on my family financially. This brings us to the third factor: income that does not keep up with the rising cost of living. Households will often face financial problems and may experience a decline in their living when income does not keep up with the rising cost of living. According to an article in thestar.com.my, in Malaysia, the problem of rising cost of living has existed for years, but worsened during the COVID-19 pandemic. Even post-pandemic, households still struggle to keep up with rising prices of goods. Because of this, over 500,000 M40 households have fallen into the 40% category, more known as the B40 category, because of this factor. So, what have we gotten from this speech today? There are three factors that contribute to the rising cost of living. First, increased utility prices. Second, education expenses. And third, income that does not keep up with the rising cost of living. So, what exactly can we do to manage this high cost of living? Well, you can track your spending and set a budget. Try meal prepping rather than eating out often. Reduce entertainment by sharing streaming services or find free activities for you to do to keep you entertained. You can also try a different mode of transport. Give your car a break or two each week and use public transport. Or even better, carpool to save money for fuel. Thank you and good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.